What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm out on the water with my buddy Eric. He is behind the camera, and we're going to be doing a bunch of running around on this electric only lake, trying to fish some deeper stuff and fishing shallow. I mean, we're both completely soaked. We've been out fishing, doing some mystery tackle box stuff this morning, and it's been raining on and off pretty significantly. It's got the bite going pretty good. We've been catching a bunch on Texas rigs, crankbaits, and a little bit of underspin action, but today we are going to try getting deep with a new jig. To me, this is the GOOGAN Squad and Catch Co. THICC Jig, and maybe a little topwater action with the new Poppin Filthy Frog. So both of these are from Shop Karl's, and also this video is brought to you and sponsored by Shop Karl's. If you guys click that link down in the description below, you can go over and check out Shop Karl's, where you can find all of these baits and a ton more. And if you join Karl's Club, that's going to give you 30% off the entire site, free shipping, and you get first notice on product drops. So like the Filthy Frog, the GOOGAN Squad rods that are coming out, you'll be notified first, and you get first shot at them. So don't forget to click that link, and huge thanks to Shop Karl's for sponsoring today's video. Let's go catch some fish. All right, we're working over to our first spot. We've been fishing points with a bunch of stick ups on them. Flippin' bite's been pretty good, so we're gonna try that with this THICC jig. But before we get to fishing, I want you guys to leave an RIP in the comment section below for my boy Eric. He's already broken 2 rods today. He needs some luck, he needs some love. So leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. Show him some love. Okay, flipping around a bunch of this stuff with a THICC jig. I have a bait I got out of my mystery tackle box on the back here. This is an Excite Baits Raptor Tail Junior. First time I've ever thrown it too, and I got surprised by it. It's a really sweet looking crawl. I'm kind of mixing up colors here too. Black and blue THICC jig with this pumpkin Raptor Tail Junior. Man, she looks good. And she was getting bites earlier too. It's a 1/2 ounce THICC jig. Look at that. They even put the weight on the back. Super solid hook on this thing, and it has a really nice trailer keeper. Awesome head design too. That's cool. Nah, it's cool. All right, so we've been fishing for about an hour. We've fished some main lake points with this stick up kind of deal, hanging out off of them in 5 to 8 feet, which is where I got bit and where we've had a couple other bites. We fished through a bigger creek. We went back towards the back of it, and it was pretty dead. We fished a brush pile in probably 14 to 20 feet, also kind of dead. So we're gonna start focusing on these little stick ups here, switching between the jig and a couple other baits. I gotta throw that Filthy Frog around, the new Poppin Filthy Frog. Maybe be able to pull one up off of that, but that's the game plan. Just 5 to 8 feet of water, wood, and a little bit of main lake points. I think we should get a couple. Figure something out. Yeah, it is. That was that first brush pile. It's like right where he's at, actually, that we stopped on. Yep. Me and Billy were catching a few out of that. It's in such a good spot. It's like right on a break line down into that deeper channel in like 30 feet. THICC jig. Right where he was supposed to be, man. Not a big one, but it's one. First one of the day. Oh, that thing had him pinned so good. Healthy little guy. It's on that THICC jig I was just showing you guys with the Raptor Tail Junior. I really like this jig. Well, if this bite... Ooh, did I just get popped? Very strange. Let's give it a go. We don't catch any fish. Exactly the same thing we're doing now. Looks to be some fish on that brush pile. Gonna run over that brush pile again, and then drop a marker buoy like just past it, so it gives us some sort of line of sight to go off of. A lot of guys can just graph it and go back and fish it, but throwing the marker buoy out really helps you key in every cast. I'm still a noob at this stuff, so It's something that definitely helps. Hey-o.
It's like a lot.
Yeah. Definitely. They fight so good.
Even the tiny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they would have been on the Ned rig at least if they were in there.
Yeah. Or even some smaller fish.
Yeah. It must have been a pressure change that was just like...
Something that just shut them off, man.
Yeah.
Real weird.
It's not like we were like rushing them before, but...
There we go. Decent. A little bigger than the last one. Oh, baby. Number 2 on the jig. It's been very difficult. Ah, sorry. He's fired up. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're having a real conundrum.
Okay, you got him?
Okay, get out of here. Get out of my boat. Yeah, it's been really slow. We've been fishing hard the last 2 hours, and we've tried fishing deep, we've tried fishing shallow, and the bite is just pretty non-existent. That's the first bite that we've had in 2 hours. Again, on that jig, I mean, Eric's throwing a Ned rig back there and not even getting bit, so you know it's tough when that happens. But we were just talking about a possible pressure change or something that just turned him off, and I think that's kind of what we're experiencing. But that fish was definitely a little bit deeper, probably, I mean, we're sitting at 17 feet, and he was definitely further off the bank. Yeah, I don't know, we're gonna keep trying, hopefully get a couple more bites. We'll see.
I mean, I guess it's gonna be worth a shot.
Nothing to lose.
Can't be worse than where we've been coming from. Yeah. But not
Very slow. Oh, I just got crushed. I saw that fish come up and eat it, dude. That was sick. Oh, he's a little bigger.
Maybe they are.
That one was definitely...
That's a better one.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I'm the worst. Oh, I got him! Okay. Super skinny fish. 4 casts later out of that brush pile. Yeah. I actually made the jig, or I casted the jig up to this brush pile, and I saw the fish shoot out and swipe on the jig before it even sunk out of view. So, small one, I mean, super skinny, probably 14-ish inches, but finally starting to catch some, so that's making me happy. Something that Eric just said that kind of resonated with me was that we haven't been to the very back of any creek yet. So I think we're gonna fish all the way to the back of this one just to see if those fish have pushed like really, really shallow.
Honestly, if I get a small one, just see if I can get a hook in there.
I was gonna say that, yeah, those hooks do like to bend out pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't know what. I gotta stop burying the hook point in.
Oh, you don't have the weedless ones?
No, I don't have the weedless ones.
Yeah, those get stuck so easily. Just working our way back toward the ramp. We're gonna try something a little bit different here. It seems like this down lake portion of the lake is completely turned off. I mean, we've caught a couple fish back in this creek, but that was after a very long stretch of no bites, and we were fishing some of the offshore brush piles and a lot of the onshore like visible cover that we could fish, and just not enough action. So we're gonna work our way back towards the ramp, see if the bite's any better, and then probably call it a day. Taking a breather. It's like trees, legit trees.
$2 for a year. You get 1 month free.
That's a big pile too. So random. You feeling any of it?
Felt something right there, but it didn't feel like brush.
Is there a bite? Oh, it's a bite. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Right at the boat too. I stuck myself with that trailer holder on there. Right at the boat. Sick. We were trolling literally just down the bank a bit. I saw this huge brush pile and I was like, all right, we gotta try to fish that one. It's in like 15 to 20 feet, right under the boat, and I was dragging the jig back, hopped it a little bit. Boom. I was hoping that was gonna surprise me and be big. Yeah. It was a little, I mean, it was decent.
Probably 2.
Yeah.
Fish.
Be there. Felt it like pop off the tree and then it was nothing there. It just jostled it out of its mouth. Ooh, break your neck. Oh, that was you. I was like, I just got smoked. Oh, you did? Nice. There we go. Solid.
Little dude.
Not bad.
But he wanted that thick jig right out the freaking wood.
You've thrown like 3 different jigs too.
Yeah. It's always the black and blue stuff though.
The black and blue getting it done.
Oh, there you go.
Nice fish. It's a nice fish.
Come here, bud. Come here, bud.
Oh boy, he's jumping all over the boat.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Not bad. Little guy.
Solid. You almost ate it again.
Yeah, you almost did that. Thick jig.
Thick jig.
Thick jig.
You know what else you'd been broken off by earlier? Snakehead.
Are there snakehead in here?
There are snakehead in here.
Because it was up against the grass.
Yep.
I didn't know there was snakehead in here.
Totally forgot. I didn't know until last time I was here.
You saw one?
They were like, no, a couple people were asking me, you catch any snakehead? They're starting to catch them in here. 99% sure that there's at least one fish in one of these trees.
Yeah. These jigs do come through cover pretty well.
It's that jig, man. They do a great job coming through wood.
Realistically, a normal angler won't have that problem.
Well, I know I said we were gonna go over the THICC jig and this new filthy frog. I've been picking it up kind of sporadically throughout the day, but the topwater action has been pretty non-existent, along with the bite for a few hours for us. But I, again, did pick it up and it looks awesome in the water. This thing walks really well, pretty effortlessly. You got 2 really sharp hooks on there. I'm not sure exactly what hook they put with it, but it's strong, super sharp, and the body of this frog is perfect. So you want your frogs to be pretty soft, which this is obviously soft enough for when a fish hits it, you'll have that good hookup ratio, but it's still got a strong body where it's not gonna get completely torn up and just wasted. So I'm still waiting to catch a fish on it. Would be nice, but check out how this thing walks. Got plenty of fish on the regular filthy frog, but with the poppin edition, I think when you're fishing around grass or you just need a little something different, that should definitely do the trick. So overall, I'd say it's been 2 thumbs up for the GOOGAN Squad and Catch Co baits today. Now, I do want to take a look at the jig really quickly and go over a couple things that I really like. We're gonna sit down and take a look at this THICC jig really quickly. So I'm gonna compare it directly to probably one of the best jigs I've ever used and one that people seriously swear by. This is the Dirty Jigs No Jack flippin jig. People love this thing. I think this is a $5 jig on Tackle Warehouse, but great jig. Nothing I truly dislike about it, but I'm gonna compare this to something that I truly stand behind. So first off, I love jigs that have a good trailer keeper. This one has like a little piece of metal that comes out looking like a staple that holds it here, and it has the collar as well. It doesn't come off. This is gonna hold it way better than just your standard collar like that, where after a fish or 2, whatever bait you're throwing is gonna slide down the barb of the hook or slide down the shank of the hook, and you're gonna have to keep adjusting it every so often, and then you're gonna just have to get a new one. But having that double trailer keeper on there really keeps it stuck, and I love that. So looking at the hooks, I mean, you can see both of these are pretty similar in gauge. The Dirty Jigs might be just like a hair thicker, but barely, if at all. And if you look, I don't even know if you guys can see it because it's going to be so close up, but if you look at the barbs on these two hooks, the GOOGAN Squad barb is twice as long. Yeah, that's what's going to keep your fish pinned. So it might be a little bit harder to penetrate the fish's mouth if the barb is that big, but once it's pinned and the way you should be setting the hook, it should be going through regardless. It's got a super sharp hook on there, scratches up the nail pretty easily. The weed guard also has like a straight orientation across the front, so it's going to be easier to push that weed guard down. But I fished this for the majority of the day. Literally picked up the frog for maybe 20 minutes sporadically, but I didn't get this stuck once. So I'm pretty happy with that head design. It's like an archy head kind of deal, but they have it more of a triangular flat sided on the back. I don't know, but it definitely works. The line tie is also slightly recessed, so that's another good thing about it. I just like it. I like the way it looks, and I don't think it gets hung up as easily when it's like that, when it just can slide directly off of the head and the eye of the hook and over the limb or whatever. Besides that, one cool little thing they do is that they put the weight of the jig that you're throwing around right there on the back. Just something small and simple. I like it. But overall, this video turned into a overall quick review for you guys of throwing the THICC jig around. It's my first day of truly throwing it, and I'm very, very impressed. Like, compared to wherever that Dirty Jigs went that I was holding earlier. Oh, thanks. Yeah, compared to the Dirty Jigs, I mean, and again, this is one of my favorite jigs to throw. This completely holds its ground. May even completely replace throwing the Dirty Jigs for me. But that's the jig. We talked about the frog a little bit, and I think that's where we are gonna end this one off. I got a little boat or something at home I want to go show you guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button for me if you're not already subscribed. Also, if you want to check out some merch, I'm gonna leave the link for that down in the description below. We've been doing pretty well on that and putting some new hats up there as well. I hope you guys are looking forward to those. So I hope you guys go check those out. Okay, I'm done. Eric, thank you for filming, my friend. See you guys on the next one. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention before we leave. These THICC jigs, $279 if you're a Carl's member, which again, if you click that link in the description below, you can be a Carl's member for free for 30 days. So go get yourself some THICC jigs for $279. Sick deal. See ya. Better hope those fish are craving Italian. You!